Coco was a very special gorilla. She lived with us at the Gorilla Foundation in California, and she learned something amazing. We taught her how to use American Sign Language. Over many years, she learned more than 1,000 signs. She could use these signs to tell us what she was thinking and feeling. It was a window into her mind. A way for us to understand her in a way no one had understood a gorilla before. She could tell us if she was happy or sad, what she wanted to eat, or if she wanted to play. This was not just a trick, it was real communication, a bridge between her world and ours. Her ability to share her thoughts was a constant source of wonder. Coco could talk about things that happened in the past and things she hoped for in the future. She could even tell jokes and express complex feelings like love and grief. We spent our days together, and our conversations were a part of our daily routine. She would sign about the birds she saw outside her window or ask for a storybook to be read to her. She loved looking at pictures in books and pointing out things she recognized, signing cat or baby when she saw them on the page. She showed us that the inner world of an animal could be as rich and deep as our own. Through sign language, Coco shared her personality with us. She was gentle and thoughtful, but she could also be playful and mischievous. She had her favorite foods, her favorite colors, and her favorite people. Learning her language was like getting to know a very dear friend. Every sign she made was a small miracle, a reminder that we were not so different from her. We learned that empathy and understanding could cross the barrier between species. We were not just her caregivers, we were her family, and she was ours. She taught us to listen, not just with our ears but with our hearts and our hands. This incredible skill of communication allowed us to see into Coco's heart. It was because she could talk to us that we learned about her deepest wishes. She didn't just ask for food or play, she shared her dreams with us. This amazing ability set the stage for one of the most touching stories of her life. It was a story that would show the world the profound capacity for love that existed within this gentle giant. Her signs were more than just words. They were expressions of a soul that longed for connection, a soul that was about to ask for something very small and very precious. As Christmas approached one year, the festive spirit filled our research center. We asked Coco what she would like to have as a gift. Her answer was simple and clear. Using the signs she knew so well, she repeatedly signed the word cat. She was very persistent about this wish. She would point to pictures of cats in books and magazines and then sign cat again, looking at us with hopeful eyes. It was not just a passing thought, it was a deep desire. She wanted a friend, a small creature to hold and care for. Her request touched us deeply, showing a nurturing instinct that was powerful and clear. We weren't sure if giving a gorilla a real kitten was a good idea at first. We worried about the kitten's safety, even with a gorilla as gentle as Coco. So for Christmas, we decided to give her a different kind of cat. We found a very realistic, life-sized stuffed toy cat. It was soft and gray, and we thought she might be happy with it. On Christmas morning, we presented the toy to her with excitement. We hoped this substitute would satisfy her wish and bring her joy. She opened the gift and looked at the toy cat carefully, holding it in her hands, but Coco was not happy. She held the stuffed animal for a moment, but her reaction was one of disappointment. She knew it was not a real living cat. She signed sad and set the toy aside, refusing to play with it. It was a heartbreaking moment for all of us. Her sadness was so genuine and easy to see. She had asked for a real friend, a living being to love, and we had given her an imitation. The toy cat, which we thought would be a comfort, became a symbol of her unfulfilled wish. Her quiet grief showed us just how much this meant to her. Seeing her so unhappy made us reconsider our decision. Coco's ability to express her feelings so clearly was impossible to ignore. She was not just a subject of study, she was a sensitive individual with real emotional needs. Her disappointment with the toy cat showed us that we needed to trust her gentleness. She was telling us, in the only way she could, that her desire for a kitten was real and profound. We realized that we had to find a way to make her Christmas wish come true, not just for her happiness, but to honor the trust she had placed in us by sharing her heart. After seeing Coco's deep sadness, we knew we had to do something more. We decided that she was ready for a real kitten, and we would take every precaution to make sure both of them were safe. We understood that her nurturing instincts were strong and that she deserved the chance to express them. So, for her birthday the following summer, we arranged a very special surprise. We didn't just bring her one kitten, we brought her a whole litter of kittens to choose from. We wanted her to be the one to decide which one would become her companion. The anticipation was immense. We all hoped this would bring her the joy she had been missing. The day we brought the box of kittens into her enclosure was unforgettable. We placed the open box on the floor and Coco approached it with gentle curiosity. She peered inside, her large dark eyes filled with wonder. The tiny, fluffy kittens were tumbling over each other, mewing softly. Coco was incredibly careful. She sat quietly, observing them for a while before reaching in. Her movements were slow and deliberate, showing a profound respect for the fragile creatures before her. She was not the powerful ape she appeared to be, but a tender soul meeting tiny new friends for the first time. After watching them for some time, Coco made her choice. There was one small kitten, a gray and white one without a tail, that seemed to capture her heart. She gently picked up this kitten, cradling it in her large hands, as if it were the most precious thing in the world. She began to sign, baby. We asked her what she would name the kitten. She thought for a moment, and then signed, All Ball. We think she named him this because he looked like a little round ball of fur. Her choice was made and the bond between them formed almost instantly. It was a beautiful and perfect match. From that moment on, Coco and All Ball were inseparable. Coco became the most devoted mother. She would gently pet All Ball, hold him close to her chest, and try to get him to nurse from her. She treated him with the utmost care, always aware of her own strength and his small size. She would play with him, using soft toys to get his attention, and she would sign about him to us constantly. She would sign soft and good cat. Her love for All Ball was pure and unconditional, a stunning display of interspecies friendship that melted all of our hearts. The story of Coco and her kitten, All Ball, quickly spread far beyond our research center. When we shared photos and videos of their tender interactions, people all over the world were captivated. The image of a massive gorilla gently cradling a tiny kitten was powerful. It challenged many people's ideas about animals, especially large apes, often seen as fearsome. Coco's story showed a different side, a side of nurturing, love, and profound emotional depth. Newspapers, magazines, and television programs shared their heartwarming friendship, making Coco an ambassador for her species and for all animals. This unique relationship taught us so much about animal emotions. Coco's love for All Ball was not just simple instinct, it was a complex emotional bond. She showed joy when he was near and concern if he was out of sight. When All Ball tragically died after being hit by a car, Coco's grief was immense and undeniable. She cried, making a sound of mourning that we had never heard from her before. She signed Sad Cry and Sleep Cat. Her sorrow was as real and as deep as any human's. This experience provided powerful evidence that animals experience a rich spectrum of emotions, just as we do. Coco's legacy is a powerful lesson in empathy. She broke down the barriers that we often place between humans and other animals. Her life and her relationship with All Ball invite us to look at animals with more respect and compassion. She showed us that the capacity for love, friendship, and grief is not exclusive to humans. Her story encourages us to think about how we treat the other beings who share our planet. It asks us to recognize their inner lives and to consider their feelings. Coco taught us that a heart full of love can be found in the most unexpected of places. The story of Coco and All Ball will continue to inspire for generations to come. It serves as a beautiful and enduring reminder that connection is possible across any divide. It tells us that if a gorilla can love a kitten, then surely we humans can learn to be kinder to one another and to the animal world. Coco did more than just learn sign language. She used it to teach us one of the most important lessons of all. She taught us about the universal nature of love and the gentle heart that beats within every living creature.